Stop doing 20 different moves every workout. If you're over 40 and still trying to cram every machine and gimmick into a single session, you're wasting time, torching your joints, and probably feeling stiff the next morning. What if I told you that there are only 7 exercises you actually need to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free for decades? One of them, exercise 5, looks almost too easy, but fixes the hidden posture problem that's stealing energy from millions of people every day. Most workout advice is written for 20-somethings with unlimited recovery and 0 nagging injuries. Once your age starts with a 4, 5, or 6, the rules change. Recovery slows, joints complain louder, hormone levels shift, and random tweaks show up in spots you didn't even know could hurt. The average 40-plus body can't handle an endless carousel of flashy moves, but the right 7 exercises, done with intent, can rebuild muscle, protect cartilage, and keep you moving like someone half your age. Today we'll break down those 7, explain why they matter, and show you exactly how to fit them into a simple weekly plan that won't swallow your schedule. The problem most people face after 40 is a 3-part trap: loss of muscle, loss of mobility, and rising risk of injury. You've probably felt at least one of those already. Maybe lugging groceries up the stairs suddenly leaves you winded. Maybe sitting at your desk makes your shoulders round forward like a question mark. Or maybe your back flares up every time you try to help a friend move a couch. These aren't signs you're old. They're signs your training plan hasn't kept pace with what your body needs. The fix is focusing on movements that bulletproof the joints you rely on every day while building the muscle that keeps metabolism and confidence high. We're about to dive into each of the 7. For each one, you'll hear the key benefits, the easiest way to start, and 2 simple upgrades when you're ready to push harder. Stick around because the 5th exercise, the one almost nobody does, can straighten your spine, open your lungs, and erase that mid-afternoon shoulder ache without a single dumbbell. Push-ups come first because they're the king of practical upper body strength. Forget the idea that push-ups are only for boot camp. When you line up your hands just outside shoulder width, brace your core, and keep your elbows tucked around 45 degrees, you train your chest, triceps, shoulders, and even the tiny stabilizers between your shoulder blades. Too hard on the floor? Start with hands on a wall or a countertop. Aim for 2 sets of 10 smooth reps, and when that feels like a breeze, lower the angle until you're strong enough to tackle the classic floor version. Push-ups teach your body how to press without wrecking your shoulders and build the strength you need for basic daily tasks, from pushing a heavy door to shoving your suitcase into an overhead bin. For an upgrade, try a slow 3-second descent to crank up time under tension, or elevate your feet on a step if you really want to feel the burn in the upper chest. Bodyweight squats sit in the number 2 spot because leg strength equals independence. Every time you sink down to a chair or climb a flight of stairs, you're basically squatting. If you hate how your knees feel right now, chances are you need more controlled squats, not fewer. Begin with feet just outside hip width, toes turned slightly out, and picture sending your hips back as if you're aiming for a low stool. Keep your chest tall and push through the middle of your foot to stand. Start with 3 sets of 8 to 12 easy reps. If balance is sketchy, place a chair behind you and tap it lightly each rep to build confidence. When body weight gets comfy, hold a backpack full of books at chest height and feel your quads and glutes light up. Strong squats mean steady joints, better balance, and a metabolism that keeps burning calories even while you sleep. Bird dog may sound silly, but this gentle core drill is a secret weapon for anyone whose back stiffens after long sits. Get on all fours, lock your spine in a neutral line, then reach your right arm forward while you kick your left leg back. Pause, own that balance, and switch sides. That cross-body pattern wakes up the deep muscles around your spine and teaches them to stabilize every time you move an arm or a leg. It also rewires brain-to-muscle connections that fade with age. 2 sets of 6 slow reps per side is plenty to start. When you can hold each rep for 5 seconds without wobbling, strap light ankle weights on, and see just how hard your core can work without a single crunch. Bent over rows, or any pulling motion that mimics them, level the playing field after all that pressing. Most people hammer push-ups but forget to pull, and that imbalance drags the shoulders forward, pinches nerves, and kills posture. Grab a pair of water jugs, a backpack, or any moderately heavy object. Hinge at the hips, keep a flat back, and pull the weight toward your belly button, squeezing the shoulder blades together. 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps will unlock tight upper backs and build the lats that support almost every overhead move you perform in daily life. Whether that's reaching for a high shelf or hoisting a grandchild into the air. Want more challenge? Try a single arm row, bracing one hand on a bench. Your core will scream in the best possible way. Now we hit wall angels. The sleeper, pick at number 5. They look almost comically easy until you try them. Stand with your back, glutes, and head pressed against a wall. Raise your arms to 90 degrees like a goalpost, keeping elbows and wrists in contact. Slowly slide your hands above your head, then back down, never letting them lose contact. Feel those tiny muscles across the upper back ignite like you've just discovered brand new muscles you didn't know existed. Wall angels restore thoracic spine mobility, stretch tight chest tissue, and teach shoulder blades to glide instead of grind. 2 sets of 8 deliberate reps can undo hours of sitting. Upgrade by sitting on the floor with legs straight. The lower position forces even more core stability and opens tight hamstrings at the same time. Step-ups landed number 6 because life happens on one leg at a time. Find a sturdy step 8 to 12 inches high. Think bottom stair, plyo box, or park bench. Place one foot fully on the step, drive through the heel, and stand tall without pushing off the back foot. Lower slowly and repeat. Step-ups build the glutes and quads that protect your knees, sharpen balance, and train hip stability so you can stomp through uneven terrain without rolling an ankle. Begin with 2 sets of 8 per leg. When that's easy, hold dumbbells or your trusty book-filled backpack. Raise the step height to mimic 2 stairs at once if you want real hill climbing power. Wrapping up the magnificent 7 is dead bug, the anti-crunch that teaches your core to lock down while your limbs move. Lie on your back, knees above hips, shins parallel to floor, arms reaching up. Flatten your lower back to the ground, no daylight. Extend your right leg and left arm away from the center slowly. Keep that back glued, then return and switch. Dead bugs strengthen deep abdominal muscles, protect the lumbar spine, and build coordination between upper and lower body. 2 sets of 6 slow reps each side will remind you that core work doesn't have to mean endless sit-ups. Level up by lowering your heel an inch above the ground or holding light hand weights. By now you might be thinking, 7 moves? That's it? Exactly, because the real art is how you weave them into your week. Here's a simple plan. Monday hits push-ups, rows, and dead bugs for an upper body plus core focus. Wednesday tackles squats, step-ups, and bird dogs for lower body and stability. Friday circles back to push-ups, rows, and wall angels to reinforce posture and pressing power. Each session starts with 5 minutes of easy walking or marching in place to warm up and finishes
with gentle stretches for any tight spots. The entire workout clocks in under 30 minutes, 3 times a week, leaving you 4 recovery days to walk, bike, swim, or simply live life without aching joints. The key moment, the climax of this whole talk, is understanding that consistency, not complexity, keeps you young. A flashy routine you ditch after 2 weeks does nothing. These 7 moves, practiced for 10, 20, 30 years, pay dividends you'll feel every morning when you tie your shoes without groaning. They're your ticket to stronger bones, steadier balance, better posture, and a mind that trusts the body it's driving. Let's pull the pieces together. You now know the only 7 exercises that cover push, pull, hinge, squat, brace, and stabilize. You've learned beginner variations that respect cranky knees and tight shoulders, plus clear ways to make every move tougher once you're ready. You've seen how these exercises solve the 3-part trap of muscle loss,
stiffness, and injury risk. And you've got a dead simple schedule you can start next workout. No pricey gear, no crowded gym, no guesswork. Try the plan for 4 weeks. Measure how many push-ups you can do today and again a month from now. Notice how the stairs feel, how your shoulders sit, how your back responds when you stand up from the couch. The change might feel small at first. Stick with it. And those small wins add up to a body that doesn't just survive middle age, it thrives. Ready to move? Hit subscribe.
Bottom got to take out the bottom. Everything got to get broken.